Lausanne on Recurve Sunday has been thrilling so far. The two semi-finals complete. We know our lineup for the bronze medal match and the gold medal match. And in fact, here it is. An intriguing battle between Damour of the US Virgin Islands and Weckmuller. Saw Weckmuller grind out the victory and make it through to the gold medal match, where he'll face Brady Ellison, who beat Yun Sanchez in his semi-final convincingly 6-0. So Ellison against Weckmuller coming up a little bit later, but first it will be the bronze medal playoff between Nicolas Damour and Yun Sanchez, US Virgin Islands versus Spain. Well, Nikki, we're waiting for the athletes to come out. Can Damour jump back and fight back from that disappointing loss?
Yeah, he will be disappointed, but he's also going to be really focused on getting that bronze medal. So, you know, Yun Sanchez had an under par semi-final, so again, he's not going to be perhaps in the most confident place himself. So I think I would probably favour Nicolas Damour to come here and make sure he takes home a medal.
Well, he delivered twice when he needed to in his semi-final. Was still pipped at the post by Max Weckmuller. Nicolas Damour, dubbed the breakthrough athlete of 2021, needs to show what he's made of here. And I fancy Yun Sanchez will have absolutely no care in the world about this. At 18 years old, it's not unusual to see Spanish archers in the Final Four at the medal stages of these big international tournaments, but he certainly wasn't the one that we'd expect to make it there. He had a nervy start against Brady Ellison in his semi-final, but came back and demonstrated that he can shoot some big arrows. The second set in particular against Ellison was perhaps his best. They are waiting in the wings in the Capitale Olympique, as it says there, the Olympic capital. Lausanne houses the International Olympic Committee headquarters. I imagine that's been a fairly busy place for the last 18 months. Also houses World Archery itself and this purpose-built, state-of-the-art centre of excellence. Sadly, massively underused for the last year or so, but as we start our return back to archery, we can see that measures have been put in place by the flexible nature that the International Federation take to the sport to allow athletes to compete. It, of course, naturally aligns itself to social distancing, and it being an outdoor sport, but still hats off, especially to the World Archery's Excellence Centre for being able to pull this together in a matter of a few weeks, once it was decided that Shanghai was not a viable venue for this second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. They've done a great job here, and we've just got 2 matches left in this stage 2. First up, it's the bronze medal match in the Recurve men's individual, as we welcome the athletes out onto the field of play.
Let's welcome them the way they deserve to be welcomed. Please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the Recurve men bronze medal match.
Well, here we go. It's time for bronze on Recurve Sunday in the men's individual.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nicolas Damour on target number 2, Yun Sanchez on target number 1.
The US Virgin Islands. The man being billed as the breakout star of the season, this is Nicolas Damour. And his opponents shooting on target number 2, representing Spain for his World Cup debut as well, Yun Sanchez. The line judge for this matchup is Tanvir Ahmed.
Well, here we go. Debutant 18-year-old Spanish archer Yun Sanchez is here for a bronze medal at his first World Cup, up against Nicolas Damour, who is just 19 and already established himself on the senior circuit here, having arrived in Lausanne. I did notice that he picked up something on the way out the field of play. Did you notice that, Nikki? rendered Nicky Hunt, former world #1, speechless. Lucky charm that Demore brings out onto the range was with him, and he will shoot first for bronze.
9.
Still low, move the side a little bit.
10.
Well, both archers having a little chin wag with their coaches after those first arrows.
Yeah, maybe the conditions have changed a little bit. Just checking where those arrows have landed. I'm not sure they can otherwise see.
It's okay, that's okay. Nothing happened. The wind went. Move it.
Demore's coach suggesting the wind blew that one.
10.
This is a confident start from a confident looking Yun Sanchez.
With your front arm. Remember that. Good driving.
8.
We give you the same spot, the 8.
Similar spot for arrows 2 and 3. Massive opportunity we expect Sanchez to take here.
9.
Drifting over into the 9, but it's more than enough to take the first 2 set points. He looked confident. He looked like he had a bit of a swagger in his step when he came out, Yun Sanchez, and he's carried that through to his shooting.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think Nicholas Demore just looked like he hadn't really reset after last match. That lucky charm he's brought with him also has a very important role as his bow stand. He's balancing his bow on his side rods, and it's protecting his limb from any damage on the floor. But it doesn't seem to be giving him the luck he needs at the moment.
Always looking for the practical Nicky Hunt. We'll try and shake some fun into her before the end of this bronze medal match. It's a very big lucky charm, that's for sure, that Demore carries with him out onto the field of play. He's going to need it because Sanchez is looking fighty. Demore trailing by 2 set points to 0. He'll shoot first in set number 2.
Elbow deeper. There we go. 90 degrees. Mental toughness. Good follow through.
9.
9 low again. I'm telling you. Gotta get out of that 9 low. Hey, Nicola, if you want to aim at 9.7, 9.4 o'clock.
10.
Another 10 for Sanchez.
Strong arm.
9.
Just can't find the centre at the moment.
It's as if he's put the magnets the wrong way around in the middle and they're just deflecting. Longer hold, a few twitches, and an 8.
Yeah, so that's levelled things up here. So Demore all of a sudden has another chance to put some pressure on his opponent. One high and left, one low and right. Definitely right with the angle, but with the height, but just left of the centre of the target. So a 10 will give Sanchez a 4-point lead.
9.
Drops it into the 9, so 27s mean the set points are shared here. 3 set points to 1. Anything in particular you're seeing there from Demore in particular?
Well, as we saw in the first semi-final, you know, when he was given those opportunities to take the points, he did, especially in the first couple of ends, and it was interesting he couldn't quite capitalise on that to take those set points. So, you know, he's really got to continue to reset himself. We know he can shoot good shots. We know he's very driven, but Sanchez just looks so calm. You know, the shots are looking, you know, good timing, and, you know, there's not much there that's going to rattle him.
No, and it just started to see signs of concern and sort of looking inward, and you talked about being in the present. And perhaps he's sort of kicking himself a little bit too hard at the moment, Nicholas Demore. He has got himself off the board with a single point there. 27s apiece in set number 2, but Demore still trailing. The US Virgin Islander will shoot first in set number 3.
You can hear Nicholas Damore being talked through most of his shot process from his coach behind. Sanchez quite different, just having feedback after the shot.
9.
Might be down to how much these archers work with these specific coaches. They might be the national coach rather than the personal coach, for example.
10.
Well, Sanchez, having dropped into the 8, has got himself back on level pegging. Interesting, Nicky, you're talking about that. You're seeing a little bit of negative reaction from Damore when the coach is talking to him, but clearly the coach is saying something right. A 28 for him. He's forced Sanchez into having to shoot a 10 to share the points.
9.
Just high. And just like that, Damore has got himself back into this. All square after three set points apiece. But that communication between the coaches is very, very interesting. Here we see Sanchez talking to his coach, very relaxed. The coach is staying very calm, very composed. Over on the other side of the shooting line, not quite the same. And as you said, Nicky, the Ivory Coast coach is, US Virgin Islands coach is really talking a lot of the time.
Yeah, consistently through the shot, and sometimes that can be really good when you're under these pressure events. You know, you've got someone just talking you through it, because you know, if you can't keep your mind where you want it to be, then that's a good reminder all the way through the shot, and that can be really helpful.
But you can see some of the negative reaction there from Damore. He's got a bit of an internal battle going on at the moment. He needs to shake himself free of that, because there's a proper battle on this 70-meter range. Damore has pulled level, 3 set points apiece. Let's start set number 4.
10.
Hey, you will do it? Okay, you know what it is.
10.
We're both hitting the 10s to start the 4th set.
9. 10.
Deep shoulder now, really deep. Stop finger. Good job, good night. Take your time, make a tough.
He's got it back into the 10, so 29 from Nicholas Damore, but Ian Sanchez on for a perfect 30 and potentially going 2 points back into the lead.
9.
Ooh, just high, so they square up at 29 apiece in set number 4. 4 set points each going into the 5th and final regulation set. Nikki, quality suddenly jumped up a bit.
Yeah, I think when Nicholas Damore finally hit the X in the set before, that's opened him up to the possibility of doing it again and again, and a good 29 from him there, splitting the points, taking us into that 5th and final set. So we need a clear winner here. If they tie again, we'll go to the single arrow shoot-off.
Well, we like those. We
love
don't mind them. Well, Damore has been wrangling with his own emotions here, as well as trying to battle Ian Sanchez. He's found himself level after 3 and maintained that through 4. Let's see what happens in set number 5. Remember, this is for the bronze medal here at the 2nd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Lausanne.
Good night. Make a tough.
9.
Low 9 again, buddy. It's a 9. It's a 9.5 low. You got it with the finger. You lose the finger in the hand. You got it to maintain. That was a beautiful job.
8.
Well, it might have been a low 9 for Damore, but Sanchez has drifted back out into the 8. All of a sudden, there's an opportunity here.
8.
The door was open and he just didn't want to take it, did he? just looks so strained by his previous arrows. He needs to get himself back into this match.
Especially with Sanchez pushing it into the 10. D'Amore needs a big arrow here. He's got a 9. It's a 26. And as you can see, a 9 required for the win. Who knows? Will it be a 8, 9 or 10? It is a 9. It's a fantastic shot from Yun Sanchez. Very quickly delivered, actually, in the end. And he's taken the bronze medal here in Lausanne. 6 set points to 4 against, well, an emotionally struggling Nicolas D'Amore from the US Virgin Islands. Spain will be on the podium in the form of Yun Sanchez with the bronze medal here in Lausanne.
Target number 2, Yun Sanchez winning
Nikki, I think that there was as much to do with what was going on between the ears of Nicolas D'Amore as there was what was going on between the shooting line and the target in Lausanne.
Yeah, he just looked strained, didn't he? I don't think he ever really came out of his disappointment of losing the semi-final. Never looked comfortable here, never kind of relaxed. Just always looked, you know, even when he did shoot better shots, just kind of annoyed at himself that perhaps he'd missed, you know, earlier opportunities. But you've just got to let it go. You've got to shoot the best arrows you can in this set right now, and that is all that matters.
Yeah, it is all that matters. But this man here, he came out with a bit of bravado, swagger in his step, took the first set very confidently, 29 points to 25, and he looked like he was going to go on from there to peg this one in 9, but it took 5 for him to do it. A fight back from D'Amore wasn't quite enough, and Yun Sanchez takes the bronze medal. Very, very genuine hug and congratulations both from D'Amore and his coach for Yun Sanchez, who's picked up a World Cup medal, first time of asking. Now it's time for the big one. Gold medal at stake here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup, and it's world number 1 and reigning world champion Brady Ellison of the USA on target number 2, who will go up against the young pretender from